Hey guys, what is up? My name is Cypher, and we're back on episode 3 of Cypher Stories. And the last two, I've literally just finished recording. Yeah, that's how I roll. But anyways, the last two videos, they're, in my opinion, they're kind of funny. I do have a fucked up sense of humor. So if you didn't really find them as funny as I may have, then just keep in mind this is a stories. These are events that happen at work. None of this stuff is made up. This is all stuff that happens, and if I could record it, I would. But I don't have the time to pull out a phone and say, "Hey, let me rewind. Let's do this all over." All right. So keep that in mind. And if you haven't the slightest idea of what I am talking about, Cypher Stories is a series where I talk about events that happen at my work. I work at Target. And in case you don't know what Target is, it's just basically a big superstore. It has a little bit of everything. We have electronics, we have clothes, we have the market, we have sports, toys. We have a little bit of everything. Alright? But I just tell about some of my experiences at work, and at this point I've been at Target for about a month. I do have stories here and there, and as I remember, I'll record more. Because I like the idea of this, it's just sharing events that's happened. Alright, so let's get started. So, the first thing I want to talk about, story. So, the last two, in my opinion, like I said, have been kind of funny in my opinion. I found them entertaining just thinking about it. So, this one I might do a change of pace type deal. I'm going to do a change of pace. So, someone who trained me when I first started working in the hard lines, which is where it's you have the hard floor. It's at my store it's A to D. You have your bedroom decor stuff. You have your bathroom, appliances and decor. You have your office supplies and your kitchen supplies, and then you have your shampoo, cleaners, and shit. But anyway, someone who trained me originally for that department, she went up on vacation to Ohio, because I guess that's where she is from. And she was supposed to be gone for a week, but it was going to be she was going to be up in Ohio for a week and then come back and still have a couple days off because she had just gotten out of college for her summer break or whatever. But the day that she was supposed to be coming back, she left a message on Facebook as her resignation, saying that the plane has left Ohio for Florida, but she's not on it. She doesn't plan on coming back. She's going to stay up there, and that she was sorry that it had come to that. And yeah. So basically, that's a pretty shitty thing to do. First off, I can't really talk too much. My first job, I say I was fired, unrightfully fired, because I had given them a heads up. I was leaving early one day. And, yeah, I was kind of a smartass about it because the guy didn't believe me. But I did try to give him a fair heads up. I did tell him because we were going into slow season and that my bills were going to jump because, in the summer you want to stay cool, you don't want to burn up and all this other stuff. But, he fired me and DNR'd me, which is do not return. So, my first job, yeah, I did get fired. I got slapped with a DNR, but then again, I was only a temp worker, so what do you expect? A temp worker, just someone who, comes in temporarily, and sometimes you get a chance for hire, sometimes you don't. I didn't. There was no possibility. So, really, there wasn't even too much incentive for me to say that. My second job, which I had just left, I could have done better. I should have done better, because there at the job, it was a grocery store. it was mainly focused for grocery. But when I started, we were going through a change in management. You know, there was a conflict of interest because the district manager brought in his best friend from North Carolina or wherever. And so he came in with I'm going to say the wrong mindset, because the store he came from was a more high-class store, while the store I was working at was like a shithole. It was like where the Hicks went, and it's where you would imagine all the incest people to hang out. I mean, we had people coming in with no shirt, no shoes. Like, sometimes it's like they were coming in their underwear, almost. So, you know, I believe he came in with the wrong mindset, expecting too much out of us. So, anyways, I tried to let them know I was quitting, but they kept talking, you know, oh, you can't quit. You know, we gave you a job here, you have to stay until we say it's time for you to go. And that's not how it works. You can't force anybody to do something that they don't want to. You know, that subject alone is just a long and stressful thing to talk about, so I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, they were trying to tell me I couldn't leave until they said I could, so I just gave up on the place altogether. And, you know, I said my goodbyes already to everybody. I told them, you know, I don't really plan on staying once I get this new job, so I can't really talk, but one thing I did give them a heads up. I did not post anything on Facebook to say, hey, I'm not coming back, you know, see you guys later, have fun, fuck you all. I didn't do that. It's even, no lie, actually I take that back, my second week of working, I was already closing in my area alone, so let's put it like this. The assistant store manager for my previous job, like the one where the management changed, he came in to do shopping because I guess he lived in the area, but he traveled a lot because, I mean, he's assistant store manager. Why would you want to lose something like that? I can understand why he stays, but stays under the person that he works for, I don't understand. That's stupid to work underneath someone so dumb like that. But anyways, he came into the store to do some shopping, and, you know, at Target, they're like, you know, talk to the guests, see how they're doing, you know. You don't have to get personal with them, but just make sure that they feel comfortable being here. Make sure that they don't feel like an outcast, or we're all about, you know, providing a friendly service, helping guests wherever we can to try to help improve sales, basket size, you know, potentially get a red card or two, you know. Just try to promote us and show that we are a premium, you know, a premium company. That no one's above us. We're above no one. We're all equals, on equal footing. And so I tried that. I asked the guy, I was like, hey, how are you doing? You know, how's everything going? And then the dude tried to lay it at me. He tried to say, you know, you can't even show up for work no more. You can't call and let us know, you know. I could have called. I could have. But sometimes when you get to the point where you're so fed up, sometimes not calling is better than saying, fuck you, I wish the whole company would burn, or the whole building would burn with you inside of it. Because that's how I felt. I left so pissed off that that's literally my last thought. Like, that was the last thought of the last day I actually worked there. I literally hoped the building would burn down with everybody inside, because that's how miserable I was. That's how miserable they made me feel. So, yeah, I've had some bad experiences. Not the worst, not the best, but still. And that's a bad way to go. So at least I had the decency to say to someone, and like look at them in the face and say, I'm not coming back, I'm done. I'm see you later. I've had enough of this shit. Alright. Alright, so now let's move on to the second story. Because I feel like I've spent enough time on it. I've exaggerated enough. So, my team leader, her name is Kara. And if you're asking me why I don't give last names, It's not even because I'm trying to keep it, you know, professional. I don't know their last names. The way they do the last names there is they do like the first 2 letters of the last name, and it's like, okay, yeah, let's make a guess. Let's take a really good guess. But anyways, my team leader, Kara. I have 3 different 3 or 4 different team leaders. I don't even remember how many I have anymore. But anyways, for Memorial Day weekend, which was this past weekend, she said for the last 10 years she's gone like river rafting or something like that somewhere. And every year it's a bunch of friends get together, and every year it's gotten more and more people. And it's not because they've invited more people, it's because, you know, they've had kids. So that's great. But anyways, what was it? I want to say last Friday? No, last Thursday. It was last Thursday. Because I worked Thursday, I didn't work Friday. But anyways, last Thursday, you know, Kara, she's starting to get stuff. She's, you know, she had a list of stuff that she needed to get. Because she has kids, you know, she needed to get a list to, you know, keep her kids protected when they were out in the sun or in the water. And it's funny because she spent 20 minutes looking at the air mattresses because she said she wasn't going to sleep on the floor. Now, I come from a family of rednecks. You know, we don't really give 2 shits about sleeping on the ground or not. You know, it is what it is. You know, if you go sleep on the ground, you go sleep on the ground. It don't freaking matter. You don't want to do it. So anyways, she's sitting there, you know, trying to figure out what she needs. I come up, and I'm like, you need help finding anything? And she goes, well, I'm going on a camping trip, and she explains it all to me. For 20 minutes, we looked at the air mattresses, because she was either convinced she was going to take an egg crate, lay on the egg crate, and then afterwards use it on her bed, or she was going to get an air mattress and blow it up and use that. Well, I told her she should just sleep on the floor and try to convince her, but she wasn't going to be convinced otherwise. But anyways, so we spent a good solid, you know, 20 to 30 minutes looking for stuff to suit her camping needs, quote unquote. But anyways, you know, she ended up buying all the stuff. And she was gone for the whole weekend. She came back today, and I look at her, I start smiling, she goes, what? I'm like, oh yeah, so how did your camping trip go? She goes, oh, it was great, but I'm so tired. She's like, you know, we were out on the river like all day for both days, and I was like, yeah, that was great. I was like, how much of that stuff did you use? She goes, are you kidding me? She's like, I only used like the air mattress, and that was it. And she literally, I think she might have bought $200 worth of stuff, like sprays and bug repellent, and she goes, yeah, I didn't even use half that, because everybody else had it. She goes, what kind of shit is that? Like, she goes, next time I'm not even going to buy nothing. That's great. I mean, that's, when you over-prepare for something like that, yeah, what do you expect? And, this, you know, if someone actually does link this to somebody, you might say this is like a sexist comment. But I say this jokingly, but then I kind of believe it to a point. Females are a little picky about some things. You know, some things they will not do. Sleep on the ground. Or sleep outside. You know, some things they won't do. I know a lot of females that are like that. If they're not in a hotel or in a cabin with AC and running water, they can't survive. Me personally, I don't care. Playing games is a privilege. It's not, you know, a necessity. Living, eating, you know, surviving is a necessity to me. So, yeah, this year is nothing. So, anyways, I think that might actually be a short episode. Yeah, I'm thinking that might actually be a short episode. What the hell? I guess I'm slacking. anyways, I believe I'll end it here. This should be, what, episode 3? I'm recording them back to back. Not even meaning to do it, but I mean, if I released all of them back to back, it'd be like, oh, he's making this stuff up, which I'm not. There's plenty of evidence behind it, but as if I'm going to provide it, no, because of privacy. So, anyways, I'm going to end it here, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. It means a lot. I don't know if anybody has watched it, because, like I said, recording back to back, haven't even uploaded the first video. But if you guys have and you're enjoying it, feel free to leave a like. It means a lot to me. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just something nice to try to work for. And if you enjoy the series, let me know. Like, let me know what you think about, like, anything I might have talked about, or because honestly, this is meant to just be to share my experiences at work in a public place with, you know, different backgrounds, different ethnic, I don't even know how to say it. You know, different kind of people. So, I want to thank you guys for watching, listening, or whatever else you might have done. Hell, you could have masturbated to my video. Thank you for choosing my video to masturbate. That's a little fucked up, but oh well. Anyways, my name is Cypher. This has been Cypher Stories. Episode, Trace, I believe. I really do believe it is episode 3. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Alright, so take care, and good day.